Okay, let's say the cow here looks great in its frame, but the size is not good. The frame is too large. You have to decrease the size of the frame, but the cow must remain the same inside of the frame. You have to use, in that case, the transform tool. With the transform tool, you still have the item selected, the frame. You didn't double-click onto it. You're not working on the content, showing in brown. No, you're working on the container, the frame. It is showing in blue. And then with the transform tool, you are able to change the size of the frame. Let's try it like that. You see what happens? Okay, not good. So you Control Z. In InDesign, you have an unlimited amount of Control Z. Okay? But only one Control Z here is good. So, how do you resize without squashing the cow? Just with the transform tool, grab a corner handle, and with the Shift key, you resize. If you release the Shift key before the mouse, the button mouse, this happens. Not good. Control Z. So, with the transform tool, corner handle, with the Shift key, I release the button of the mouse, and then I release the Shift key. And it works. So the Shift key constrains proportion. Good, and you are able to put the picture anywhere onto the text. So the picture, speaking about layers, the picture is below the text, not above. But anyway, if the picture has a text wrap option, it puts the text, it pushes the text, and it works. It is wrapping. The text is not at the same place as the picture. Good. So now you understand both tools here, really important tools, the black arrow and the transform tool. Since our frame does not have any auto-fitting options, when you want to resize the frame and the content inside of it, you must use the transform tool. Remember with the other frames? Let's try once again. Page 40. The other frames, they have the auto-fitting options, and then when I use the black arrow, at the same time, I'm cropping, and the image resizes itself. The picture resizes itself, because there's the auto-fitting options and fill frame proportionally. That's not the case with the last frame we made with the cow inside. There's no fitting options, so that's why you have to use the transform tool in order to resize it. With the Shift key. Okay, Ctrl Z, just look at this. Transform tool, corner handle, Shift key, and at the same time, Alt key. So two keys on the keyboard, Shift and Alt. What happens when I resize the picture? It resizes by its center. That's really convenient. When you put a picture between two columns, make sure in the end there's enough space for the text. This is not good at all. You don't have any space for the words, so you must think about it. This is not good too. You see the large spaces between the words? Not good. because there's not enough space for the text in both columns. The picture is too large. This is good. This size and smaller is good. You don't see any artifacts in the text because of that wrapping picture in between both columns. Good. Let's save the document. File save as. You save it into the package file that I provided to you. And once again, I will change the name 68 instead of 67. Good. So, InDesign documents, they are small in size. I mean, the size on the hard drive, it is really small. Look at this document. No. That last one. Yeah, last one that I just saved onto the hard drive. The size is only 17 megabytes. The previous one, before I put the code into the document, 17 also. The previous one, the one that I gave to you, 17. So you see the size of the document do not increase because all of the resources, they are outside of the document. The code that I have just put in that InDesign document, 68, the code, the file, is in the codes folder. And even if the size of the picture is half a meg, it did not increase the size of the InDesign document by the same amount. So you must understand that you may save your InDesign document on a regular basis. You may have 20, 40 versions of your document. That's not a problem because they are quite small. The resources are not into the document, so it's really easy to save them onto the hard drive. It will not fill your hard drive, contrary to what happens with PSD files with Photoshop. When we will be working into Photoshop, we will be saving our Photoshop documents onto the hard drive, but you will see that each time we save a document with another name, a new name, it creates a file on the hard drive, and it may be 200 megs or more. So you will need, with Photoshop, really a hard drive with a lot of space, available space into it. This is not the case with InDesign.